Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. In today's journey, we are traveling on one of the toll roads in Jamaica. Can you say which one of them it is? If you can, drop your comment in the comment section below. Now, yesterday, I told you about the parishes in the county of Surrey. Today, I'm going to be telling you about the parishes in the county of Cornwall. St. Elizabeth was named in honor of Elizabeth, the wife of Sir Thomas Maddis, who was the governor when it was formed in the 17th century. Trelawney was formed in 1770 and it was named for former governor Sir William Trelawney, who died in Jamaica in 1772. St. James was named for the Duke of York, who became James II. Listen to this now. I am sure that many of us were told that Hanover was given its name because in 1726, the parish of Hanover was formed out of parts of Westmoreland and St. James. In other words, the parish was handed over and that's how the name was derived. But no, that's not so. Hanover was named after the then reigning family in England. It was supposed to be called St. Sophia in honor of the mother of George I, but that idea was overridden. Formed in 1703, Westmoreland's name may simply come from the fact that it was the westernmost parish in Jamaica. I hope you have learned something today. Now, in the news today, we are learning that 2 people died in a traffic accident early this morning. We are still gathering the details and we'll be updating this story tomorrow, but it took place along the Bracco Main Road in the parish of Trelawney. It took place early this morning, Saturday, November 12th, 2022, about 4:30. Like I said, we are gathering the details and we will be updating this story tomorrow. Condolences to the family and friends of the persons who died, and let's hope that the others pull through. In this next incident, it took place Thursday night, November 10th, 2022, about some minutes to 9 o'clock. It took place at the Jericho Square in the parish of Hanover. We are learning that a man, his name is Montel Johnson, but he was popularly known as Skippa. On March 3, earlier this year, Skippa celebrated his 27th birthday. He was said to be a construction worker and he was living at Ellis Gate in Jericho in the parish of Hanover. We are learning that Skippa and 2 other relatives, they were at Jackie's bar in the Jericho Square when 2 hoodlums wearing masks entered the bar and both of them were armed with handguns. Skippa, on seeing the hoodlums, he ran from the bar. The hoodlum chased and caught up with him, and one of the hoodlums pointed his gun at Skippa's head. Bam! Skippa, he collapsed and fell along the main road. The hoodlums, they then ran away, making good their escape on foot in the area. The police were called and Skippa, he was seen lying on his back. He was dressed in a black and white t-shirt and a red, white and black shorts in a pool of blood with a gunshot wound to his head. From all indication, Skippa died on the spot. When this crime scene was processed, we are told that 1 9mm spent shell was recovered from the scene. The mayhem. This next incident, it took place Thursday night, November 10th, 2022, at Jane Marks Road in George's Plain in the parish of Westmoreland. But before I tell you about the incident itself, let me tell you about the 2 men who were killed. That man on your screen, I'm being told that his first name is Craig, but it has not yet been confirmed. But his surname is Chambers. He was popularly known as Gaddis the Maddis. He was said to be about 50 years old and he lived in the George's Plain area in the parish of Westmoreland. Gaddis the Maddis, he was an entertainer. He was a DJ and he was a sound system operator. he used to play music at most parties in and around George's Plain in the parish of Westmoreland. It is said that Gaddis, he also loved playing volleyball. Gaddis was said to be full of vibes. Here is Gaddis promoting a party.
Man, I got this Maddis, I know, so represent the Big Bad Fire Fest. I don't know, say, 12th of April, place to be Royal Park, Orange Hill, Westmoreland. I don't know, say, I'm a Westmoreland, you know, say, I don't know, say, we're going to represent down. I know, say, all the international arts are going to pass through. I big up yourself in a big and sexy. And I big up yourself, Lady Jazzy, because I know, say, the one they're out.
Now, that man on your screen, his name is Owen King, but he was popularly known as Dan King or Peter King. In a few weeks' time, on December 7th, Dan King, he would be celebrating his 49th birthday. Dan King lived at a place named Danstop in George's Plain in the parish of Westmoreland. In former days, Dan King used to operate a machine shop at Darling Street in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. Years ago, Dan King had a near-death experience because he was involved in a serious bike accident. The other man who was on the bike was killed, and Dan King, he was seriously injured. It is said that there is a metal implant in one of his legs that was seriously injured in this accident. Dan King, he became a party promoter, and he was a promoter for that event on your screen. It's called Dance and Divas. And if you notice, the next event was slated to be held on his birthday on Wednesday, December 7th. So, Thursday night, November 10th, 2022, a party was being held at a dance at Jane Marks Road in the George's Plain area. A lot of persons were at this party. Gaddis the Maddis, he was the DJ for the party. It is said that a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up and stopped. No one came out of the car. The car then drove off, turned back and stopped at the bar again. Two hoodlums now came out of the car. They walked through the crowd, went up to Peter King, brandished guns and opened gunfire at him. Gaddis, who was playing the music, he heard the gunshots and saw the crowd running. He ran off, but he ran right into the hoodlums. One of the hoodlums fired a shot hitting Gaddis in his head. The hoodlums, they then boarded the white Toyota Axio and made good their escape from the area. Dan King, he received gunshot wounds to his upper body, and from all indication, both he and Gaddis, they died on the spot. The police were called, and we are told that when this crime scene was processed, 11 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, remember, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Andre Stevens, I heard you last night. Big up yourself. Like I told you, keep the fire burning. Enough respect. So, like we told you on Thursday, November 10th, in the video that we dropped, we told you that Rushawn Patterson, he would be charged for the murder of Aneka Townsend, also known as SLICKIANNA, by today, Saturday, November 12th. Well, he was charged yesterday, Friday, November 11th. So let me tell you what some of the allegations are. SLICKIANNA, she met Rushawn the Charmer online. Rushawn the Charmer, he has been doing this for years. And over the next few days, we are going to give you some exclusive contents. And then you will understand why I said Rushawn has been doing this for years. So, Rushawn the Charmer, he introduced himself to SLICKIANNA as a medical doctor. They began communicating via WhatsApp and cell phone calls. So if you look on your screen, That is Rushawn's handwriting. That's the name he gave some ladies, and that's the phone number he used to use. It's 876-280-9314. It was after the demise of SLICKIANNA, Rushawn threw away that SIM card. Ah boy. I have another exclusive to drop. I am hoping to drop it tomorrow, and then you will better understand the type of person Rushawn Patterson is. Because many people are asking, what's the motive? Stand by. You'll soon get a better understanding of who this psychopath Rushawn really is. So Rushawn, he invited SLICKIANNA to come down and meet him in Montego Bay. Listen to what Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis said. Listen this.
The facts are that on Thursday, October 20th, Miss Townsend traveled from Kingston to Montego Bay, where she was picked up by Patterson at approximately 7:30 p.m. During the course of the evening, they visited a restaurant in Hanover and a guest house in St. James. At some point in the night, an argument developed between them, which resulted in Miss Townsend being strangled by Patterson and her body disposed.
So you remember that Rushawn, he told me in an interview that SLICKIANNA was picked up by someone named Matt about 9:30 or 10 o'clock in Hopewell Nova. That's not true. In fact, the police, they are in possession of evidence to show that Rushawn and SLICKIANNA, they checked in to a guest house in Montego Bay about some minutes to or little bit after 10 o'clock. So SLICKIANNA, she found out that Rushawn wasn't who he claimed to be. He was not a medical doctor and he was broke. In fact, when they went to have dinner at the restaurant at Sandy Bay in Hanover, when the bill was to be paid, it was SLICKIANNA who had to pay that bill because Rushawn, he told her he had forgotten his wallet with his credit card. SLICKIANNA, she wanted to go no further in this relationship because she was tricked into believing that Rushawn was rich. And SLICKIANNA, truth be told, she's used to the rich lifestyle. I'm not trying to tear her down, you know. I am just being truthful. Now, on the way back to Montego Bay, Rushawn, he stopped at a certain gas station and he bought a pack of condoms. It is said that Rushawn, he was very upset and mumbling to himself whilst he was in the mini-mart section of the gas station. SLICKIANNA, she was sitting in the car looking even more upset and disappointed. Rushawn drove off and he went to a guest house in Montego Bay. SLICKIANNA, she decided that she's not coming out of the car even when Rushawn pleaded with her to come out. Rushawn took her to another guest house and maybe because it was getting late, she thought she had no choice. SLICKIANNA, she went into the guest house with Rushawn. Now, whilst in the guest house, it is alleged that Rushawn, he wanted sex. SLICKIANNA wasn't into that. So Rushawn, the maniac he is, he strangled her until she stopped breathing. And for persons who were wondering, no, there is no scratch mark on Rushawn. Truth be told, SLICKIANNA was unable to fight back. She was unable to put up a defense. He used a shoelace to strangle her from behind. So you would have heard Senior Superintendent Vernon Ellis said this.
Additionally, a 47-year-old security guard, Mr. Ron Rose, otherwise called Early B, has been charged with misprision of felony in relation to this same matter. Investigations are ongoing as it is suspected that Mr. Patterson may have been involved in other incidents similar to those for which he has been charged. As a result, detectives are appealing to the public for any information that may assist. Persons may contact the Montego Bay CIB at 876-684-3333 9080 or Crime Stop at 311, Police Emergency at 119 or the nearest police station.
So this is what we are learning, and this is why 47-year-old security guard Ruan Rose, also known as Early B, got charged. After killing SLICKIANNA, Rushawn, he called his good friend Early B and told him that he had just killed her. Early B, as he should have done, he did not report the felony to the authorities. The police have all of that evidence, and that is the reason why Early B was charged. But here we know Early B. Early B, if you are listening, or Early B's family, only Early B can save himself. Only Early B can save himself. So, Early B, do the right thing. Family of Early B, are you following me? Encourage Early B to do the right thing. He got that phone call from Rushawn, so he need to do the right thing. So after Rushawn strangled SLICKIANNA, he then put her in his car and he carried her away and dumped her body at sea. And I have heard this elsewhere. No, Early B did not assist Rushawn in disposing of SLICKIANNA's body. If he did, he would be charged as an accessory after the fact. Misprision of felony is when someone knows that a felony has been committed but fails to inform the authorities. Rushawn, he then went and used disinfectant and soap to wash out his car, trying to get rid of DNA evidence of SLICKIANNA from the car. When the police found Rushawn's car early the next morning, inside of it was wet. We are told that the police, they were still able to unearth some evidence from the car. So, Rushawn Patterson, he was charged for murder and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Rushawn, he has been doing this for a long time and getting away with it. There is a lot more to come. A whole lot more to come. And by tomorrow, we are going to be dropping an exclusive. You are not going to want to miss it. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Vlog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cancer and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a